Hello student. Today again I am going to start chapter 2nd topic Indian economy from your book Indian Economic Development. In this video we are going to discuss about all the policies or reforms taken by Indian government for the improvement of agriculture sector. Now on the eve of independence from the Britishers, we get backward and stagnated agriculture sector. And the basic reason for this backwardness and stagnation is the introduction of Jamindari system. Now, when Britishers gained uh, political power in their own hand, they introduces Jamindari system, in which what they did, when the political power in their own hand, they take over ownership of land holding, and they appointed some people as a jamindar, and they are the owner of the soil, and farmer become the cultivator or tiller of the soil. They take land from the jamindar, okay, and they have to pay rent to jamindar for taking the land for cultivation. If they are not able to pay the tax that is fixed by the jamindar, they are not allowed to do cultivation work in next year, okay. And Britishers, they fix a specific amount as a rent to the jamindar, but jamindar are free to impose any level of rent or lagan on cultivator. In this way, this triangular arrangement is the basic reason for the backwardness of our agriculture sector, okay. What happened in this system? Britishers have to pay fixed amount of rent to Britishers, okay, but they are free to impose any level of tax to cultivator, okay. So what happens? Suppose they have to pay 10 quintal as a rent, they impose 20 quintal as a rent to cultivator. If cultivator is able to give, then next year he is allowed to do cultivation work. If not able to pay this 20 quintal, so what happen? He is not allowed to do the cultivation works in next year, okay. In this way, because of this system, slowly and gradually our agriculture condition becomes very worse, okay. So when we gained our independence, the first step that is taken by the government to sort out all the problem related to land holdings, okay. So these are the steps that is taken by the government to sort out all the problem related to land ownership of land holding, and this is why it is known as a land reforms or institutional reform. The government takes two steps. The first reason for our backwardness in agriculture is jamindari system. This is the major reason. And second is that that time people were using very backward technology. They are not using any insecticides, any pesticide, any fertilizer, okay. They are not using any type of machine in farming. They are using totally conventional way of farming, okay. So that is another reason for the less productivity and production. So for that, government takes two steps. First, land are institutional step, that is going to sort out all the problem related to jamindari system and other problems, and technical reforms are taken for sort out the problem related to outdated technology, okay. So in institutional reform, we are going to learn about the abolition of intermediaries or jamindars. Second is land ceiling. Third is cooperative farming, and fourth is regulation of rent, okay. In technical reforms, we are going to learn about HYV seeds, mechanized farming, use of scientific farming technique, okay. So we are going to learn it one by one, okay. So if question is asked, write about the policies taken by the government to solve agriculture problem, then you are going to write all this point. Otherwise, if question is asked in your board examination, write about the measures taken by the government to sort out the problem related to agriculture, so again you are going to write these topic, okay. So let me start. First of all, meaning of institutional reform or land reform. So land reform primarily refers to the change in ownership of land holding. Okay, why we introduce, yeah, why government uses these land reforms? So for getting equity in agriculture sector. For what? Getting equity in agriculture sector. What is meaning of equity? So in previous video I had told you about the equity. Equity is what? Equity is that condition in which every Indian is able to purchase itself all its necessary thing like food, education, shelter and hospital facility. If you are able to purchase these things yourself, it's mean you are earning in a proper manner and you are not below the poverty line. Okay, you are able. So this is the condition of equal distribution or equity. So government want that everyone is going to have so much land that they are able to earn this much, they are able to fulfill their basic requirement. They are able to fulfill their basic requirement like food, shelter, education and hospital facilities. So for that government introduces first land reforms, land reforms, so that there will be equitable distribution of land. Okay, let me start. The first step that is taken under the institutional reform or land reform is abolition of intermediaries. Or abolition means what? uh, Abolition of intermediaries or jamindari system means in free India no one is going to be jamindar. No one is going to be jamindar. This tradition is going to be closed. Okay, so why they want, why Indian government want to do? So that the person who is doing the cultivating work, he is going to get ownership also. So it is going to give them incentive and they are going to invest money and they are going to think about the productivity, higher production. Okay, so there will be improvement in agriculture sector. For example, suppose you are staying in a home that you had taken on rent, so obviously you are not going to expend your money on the maintenance of the rented house. But suppose that house is given to you, the ownership of that house is given to you, so in this condition you are going to expend money on the maintenance of that house. So ownership actually give a person to incentive to do better. Okay, so that is why government decided ki jamindar, no one is going to stay as a jamindar. All land holding take over by the government. Okay, and they are going to give ownership to tenant, matlab who are doing the work of cultivation, they are going to be owner of the land. If suppose there is a land, okay, this much land, and there 4 people are doing cultivation, A, B, C, D. Okay, and E is as a jamindar. So when in free India government told that there no one is going to be jamindar. If A is doing the cultivation on this field, it become his own field. B is doing the cultivation of this land, this become his own land. Okay, in this way who is doing the cultivation work, that people is going to be become owner of that land. So this is the abolition of intermediaries. Okay, so idea behind this step was that ownership of land would give incentive to the actual tiller to make improvement. Okay, how much tenant get benefit from this step? 2 lakh tenant get benefit from this step. Okay, student, now ownership of right granted to the tenant gave them incentive to increase the output and this contribution to growth in agriculture sector. But this step was not fully successful. The goal of equity was not fully served by this step. Why? So there are 3 reasons is given. The first is that ki jamindar continue to own large area of land by making use of some loopholes in legislation. In some cases, tenants were evicted and Jamindar claimed to be self-cultivator. In that example, I had told you na कि there are the four A, B, C, D who are doing the work of cultivator and E is the Jamindar. But when E come to know about this legislation, he told that कि I am myself cultivating on these on these four land. In this way, he is still become the ownership of, he get the ownership of these four land. Why? Because he show that he is the actual cultivator, but it is not the reality. So this is the one way Jamindar get the ownership, okay, and this way this is not too much successful. Third is that कि getting ownership of the land, poorest agriculture labor did not benefit from the reform. The very poor farmer who get the ownership, they are not having any saving, so they are not able to invest. There is no investment, means there is no improvement, okay. So in this way the condition of agriculture is still backward. So these are the reason. Now next step that was taken by the government is land sealing, okay. Seal means to stop, seal means to stop, okay. So here is what in this land sealing is related to that कि one person can keep how much land with him or herself, means ownership. It is going to decide how much land you can have, one can have. This is land sealing, okay. Now suppose government has decided कि any person in UP can only have 10 acre maximum land, okay. Now suppose there is a B person who is having 20 acre land, so obviously he is having more land to the fixed amount. So this 10 acre is going to take away by the government and redistributed among the landless labor. So this is land sealing, okay student, this is the land sealing. Land sealing what? A government is going to fix a specific amount of land. If any person is having more than that, the government is going to take and going to redistribute it. This is known as a land sealing, okay. So land sealing is refers to fixing the specific limit of the land which could be owned by an individual, okay, which can be owned by particular person, okay. How much one can have, that is land sealing. How much land you can have, one can have, that is known as a land sealing. If any person is having beyond this specific limit, all land belonging to a particular person would be taken over by the government and will be allotted to landless cultivator, okay. The purpose of land sealing is what? To reduce concentration of the land holding. Yani the richer farmer is going to be more rich and poor is going to be more poor. So this condition is not going to stay. For that land sealing is introduced, okay, for equity, okay. It helped to promote equity in agriculture sector. But land sealing is also not too much successful like abolition of zamindari system. How? So here is given, land sealing legislation was challenged by big landlords. They delayed its implementation, and what they do in this period, they registered this delay time was used by them to get the land registered in the name of close relative and thereby escaping from the legislation. In that example, B is having 20 acre. When he come to know about the land sealing, so he know that he is having 10 acre extra land with himself. So what he done, when there is delay in implementation, he registered this 10 acre land to the name of his sister or brother. In this way, the same family is going to be have ownership of this 20 acre land, and in this way its implementation is not going to be successful, okay. So result is what? Land reform was successful in Kerala and West Bengal. It is important for your MCQ. So in which two state it is too much successful? Kerala and West Bengal. Why? Because government are committed committed, okay, and other state it is not too much successful. Okay, what they did, whatever extra land holding they are having, they started to registered land holding to their close relatives. Suppose I am having 50 acre jameen, okay, now government has told that ki only one can have 10 acres, so that 40 acre I have registered to my brother, to my sister, to my mother, my father. In this way the same family is going to keep the ownership of 50 acre, and in this way land ceiling is not too much successful. Okay, the aim is good, but implementation, the delay in implementation, and jamindar are the big landholders, they started to benefit from this delay time. Okay, now next step that is taken by the government is consolidation of holding. What is the meaning of consolidation? Consolidation means join to gather, okay, बिखरी हुई चीज को एक साथ करना, तो that is known as a consolidation. Okay, so what this step, in this step, if of person, suppose if there is a person A, okay, and he is having one land in Chauri Chaura, one land in Kauriram, ठीक है. So when he is doing the production of wheat, so he have to expend lot of money on transportation. He have to seeds, here also he have to go at the time of cultivation, so there are too much expenses. So government decided that ki 1 acre that he is having in Chauri Chaura, 1 acre that is he is having in Kauriram, he is going to give at one place, means 2 acre land he is going to get at one place. In Chauri Chaura he can take 2 acre, otherwise he can take in Kauriram. In this way, whatever expenditure occurred on transportation is not going to be remain, and it is more beneficial for a person to cultivate. Okay, so this is known as a consolidation of holding. Okay, so here consolidation is a practice to allot land to the farmer at one place as a replacement for his scattered holding here and there. In that example, one land is hold in Chauri Chaura, one land is hold in Kauriram. So both are in different directions. So obviously if you are doing the production of wheat on both the land, there will be too much expenditure. Why? Because on the transportation, okay, you have to expend on transportation also. So when you get 2 acre land at one place, so whatever expenditure you are doing on transportation, that is not going to be, okay. So in this way your farming work become more beneficial. Okay, so this is consolidation. The farmer gets land at one place for its scattered land holding. So how much farmer get benefit for this consolidation? 1 lakh in 2004, 1633 lakh hectare of land was brought under consolidation. So too much farmer get benefit from this consolidation. Okay, next is regulation of rent. During the British rule, how much will be rent charged from cultivator, that is not decided by the British government, and because of that jamindar exploited farmers. Okay, but when there is Indian government, we are having independent India, okay, and the government of our, so the government take measure to regulate the rent, and now today any state cannot charge more than 1/3 of value of crop. So this is the maximum limit that can be charged by as a rent. So that is what 1/3 of the value of crop. Why it is fixed? So that there will be no illegal extortion of any farmer. Okay, now next step is cooperative farming. What is the meaning of cooperative? Meaning of cooperative, the cooperation means what? Help. To help, gather and help is known as a cooperation. Okay, sahyog karna. So cooperative farming is what? It is the solution of small land holding. It is the solution of small land holding. In the previous video yesterday, I had told you that in the feature and problem of Indian agriculture, the last point is small land holding. Okay, so for that government introduced this step, cooperative farming. So what is cooperative farming? Suppose there are four person, A, B, C, D, and they are having their land together, one acre. Okay, if they are doing separately farming works, so obviously they are going, suppose they are expending 50 rupees on seed, he is also expending 50 rupees, he is also expending 50 rupees on seeds. Okay, so in this way there is expenditure of 200 on seeds. But if they adopt cooperative farming, cooperative means there will be no boundary, they started to farm together. Okay, so this become 4 acre land. So when they are going to cultivate, they are going to purchase seeds together, so they are require, suppose they are whatever they suppose they are require 1 kg, yeah, 5 kg, yeah, 4 kg, okay, 4 kg seeds. So 50-50 they are expending for purchasing of 4 kg seeds. Now when they are going to purchase together 4 kg seeds, so obviously they can do bargaining, so they can get seed at least price. Maybe when they purchase 4 kg seeds together, so they can purchase it in 150. So in this way there will be saving of 50 rupees. Okay, now suppose the production, when they are separately they are doing the production, so the production of wheat is 5 quintal, 5 quintal, 5 quintal, 5 quintal. Okay, when they are doing they are doing the farming together, so obviously they are going to get the benefit of, they can use machine, they can use higher updated technology. So on the same land they are able to produce 30 quintal. So when they are going to sell it, they can sell at a higher price, because they are selling 30 quintal, and when they are selling individually they are able to sell only 5 quintal. Okay, so in this way when we are doing farming together, so we are able to purchase raw material at a low price, and when we are going to sell our farming product, we can sell at a higher price. In this way cooperative farming is very beneficial for the farmer. Okay, so cooperative farming is encouraged to enhance bargaining power of smallholders. Together they can buy input at a lower price and sell their product at a higher price. In this way cooperative farming is very helpful for what? For small land holdings. Okay, so this is the solution of small land holding. They can farm, they can do the farming work together and they can get benefit. Okay, now so in this way our institutional reform, our land reform has completed. We had learned about abolition of jamindar. No one is going to be as a jamindar in free India. Who is doing the cultivation work, they are going to get ownership. So this is known as a abolition of jamindari system. Okay, then we learned about land ceiling. So in land ceiling, what, there are too much big farmers and there are marginal farmers. So government decided that कि how much land one can hold. If you are having more than that specific limit, so government is going to take away and going to redistribute among the landless landless laborers. Suppose 10, the same example, 10 acre you can have maximum. If you are having more than that, so it is taken away by the government and redistributed among the other farmers who are not having land. Okay, next step taken by the government is cooperative farming. So when we are having a small land holding, so we can never use modern technology. We are not able to use tractor, thresher machine on very small land. If we started to do cultivation together, so we can use updated technology. Our bargaining power started to enhance. In this way it is very beneficial for the farmer. Next and last step that is taken by the government, regulation of rent. So any state cannot charge more than charge cannot exceed he cannot take more than 1/3 of total crop value of total crop. Okay, now technical reforms. So technical reforms in the starting I had told you the basic reason for Backwardness in agriculture sector is zamindari system, and second is use of outdated technology. The government now take incentive, start taken step that people started to use, farmers started to use new technology. So they taken many steps for it. First is use of HYV seeds. HYV means high yielding variety seeds. These seeds are uh, uh, prepared in laboratory. They are having high productivity, yeah, fertility. Okay, so they when they use this seeds, so there is increase in the production of wheat and rice 6 times. Okay, suppose they if a farmer is having 1 acre land, and when he is using conventional seeds, so he is able to produce 5 quintal wheat. But when he use HYV seeds, he are able to use 30 quintal seeds. So in this way, it is a very remarkable step that is taken by the government. Okay, so in 1965, high yielding variety seeds replaced the conventional variety. Okay, and this is why it is known as a miracle. One thing, HYV seeds is known as a miracle seed. Okay, it lead to substantial rise in crop production, and this is known as a green revolution. Okay, and HYV seeds, there are setups National Seed Corporation to promote growth and distribution of HYV seeds. So remember this, which institution is corporation is set up for distribution of HYV seed? National Seed Corporation. In 2016 to 17, 6,20,743 quintal of certified seeds were distributed, okay, among the farmer. Okay, so first step taken in technical reform is that ki farmer is not going to use conventional variety, they are going to use HYV seeds. They are going to use HYV seeds. So this is the first step. Now next is use of chemical fertilizer. Okay, before the green revolution, our farmer have very conventional thought कि हम चूहे नहीं मारेंगे, पाप लगेगा. Okay, so they are having such type of thinking, but government started many campaign, awareness campaign, and they told them कि they have to use insecticides and pesticides, and that then there will be result that production is going to be more. Okay, so government tell them to use HYV seed. Second, they told them to use fertilizers, urea. Okay, like that. So they started to use fertilizer, and because of that the fertility and the production increases. Okay, fertility of land increases and production increases, and government encouraged farmer to use insecticides and pesticides. I had told you now, people have very conventional thought. They think that we cannot kill any insect and pest because we are going to the part of scene, paap lagega. So the government take many campaign. Okay, and people started to use insecticides and pesticides, and result is that ki there is we are able to do the proper way farming. Okay, so step had been initiated to protect crop against the diseases and insect by the using insecticide and pesticide. Okay, when we are using HYV seed, we have to use fertilizer, we have to use insecticide and pesticide. Why? Because these seeds are very sensitive, and there are more possibility of pest attack and insect attack. अभी आप न्यूज़ में you are listening in news ना, टिड्डियों का अटैक. हाँ, तो that is okay. Now scientific farm management practice. Next step is taken by the government that farmers started to do the farming in a scientific way. How? So it is related to first government first farmer decide selection of crop, which crop they are going to produce, wheat, rice, pulse, what they want to produce, their quality. Then they prepare the soil, there will be checking of soil, whatever lackness of any component, that is only that fertilizer they are going to use only. Okay, फिर rotation of crop, some in one season they are producing one crop, in another season they are producing another crop. Okay, then selection of seed and use of fertilizer. So this is known as a scientific farm management. So government do many awareness campaign. They uh, they promoted farmer to use scientific way of farming, so that farming become more profitable for them. Okay, next, mechanized mean of cultivation. So when you use manpower for cultivation, so obviously it going to take more time. Okay, if you are using tractor, thresher machine, harvester machine, so obviously in less time you are able to do your work, so it is more beneficial for farmer, and farming and cultivation of crops become profitable. Okay, so for this purpose government is promoted farmers to use machines. So several measures has been taken to separate the use of mean of cultivation, to enable small farmer to buy agriculture machine, cheap credit facility providing by cooperative society, small marginal farmer agency, regional rural bank, commercial banks. Okay, so all these uh, rural banking system provide them credit, so that they can purchase modern equipment, modern machines to cultivate, and so that they can do the cultivation work in very easy way in less time, so that farming become more profitable for them. Thank you, student. I know these topics are not very easy, but obviously if you learn these chapter from your book, then you listen this video, no doubt it is going to be helpful for you. Okay, student? Thank you. Next video we are going to discuss about the technical reform, means green revolution, in detail.